Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare medieval pork ribs with almond sauce from Johannes Bockenheim's Registrum Coquine, written in the 15th century. We start with the ingredients. We need pork ribs, bread, verjuice, almonds and ginger. To prepare the sauce, we grind almonds, minced ginger, and bread without crust, and dilute with verjuice, adding 2 pinches of salt. The original recipe doesn't give many instructions on how to prepare the sauce and what meat or fish to serve with it, as is often the case with medieval sauces. We served it with roast pork ribs, because they go very well together, but you can pair this sauce with any meat or fish you like. The only instructions in the original recipe are to pound the almonds well, then mince ginger, agrestum, and white bread with a knife, which doesn't make entirely sense. Agrestum usually means verjuice, which is preserved juice of unripe grapes. It is possible that Bockenheim meant that we should use unripe grapes for this recipe, but they are not available in this season, so we chose verjuice, and pounded all the ingredients together in the mortar, which is in any case necessary if we want to get a sauce. In the text, this sauce is recommended to the Alemanni, which is a typical suggestion in this source. In fact, the Registrum Coquine is an interesting and funny cookbook written in a creative Latin by a German cook who worked at the court of Pope Martin V in the 15th century, which contains suggestions for which social classes, groups of people, or even nationalities a specific recipe is most suitable. Some recipes, for example, are recommended for peasants, priests, actors, pimps, or prostitutes. Sometimes the reason for this is easy to explain, based on an analysis of the ingredients according to the dietetics of the time, when some food were more suitable for certain social classes. But in other cases it's not so clear, and is probably related to regional usage. Our translation of the recipes from the 2 manuscripts of the Registrum Coquine is available with the title Registrum Coquine, a Medieval Cookbook. Our edition is accompanied by an introduction, a glossary and notes on the text, which help to prepare the dishes according to the principles of medieval cuisine. On Amazon you will also find our translations of 2 other medieval sources, Anonimo Toscanos, Libro della Cucina, and Antimus, De Observatione Ciborum. For more historical recipes for meat, check out our new book, Early Italian Recipes, Meat, Meatballs and Sausages, dedicated to fresh and cured meat, with recipes from the antiquity to the end of the Renaissance, accompanied by the original texts and our translations. In addition, on Patreon you will find several translations of medieval and ancient primary sources, as well as articles on historical food. You will find all the links in the description below, in addition to the links to buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise to support our work. We cook the pork ribs in the oven and serve them with the sauce. The cooking time depends on the ribs and your personal preference. These ribs with almond sauce were delicious, with a few selected ingredients that enhanced the flavor of the meat with sour, spicy and sweet notes, especially fresh ginger, used as the only spice, paired with almonds, gave the ribs an incredible complexity of flavor. It was an unusually simple medieval sauce that deserved to be tried, and we recommend it not only to prepare a medieval meal, but also as a different way to prepare any type of roast, We especially suggest this sauce for roast pork or beef, but it would also be amazing to accompany lamb. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.